Hi there, this is Ren Connolly, writer of Welcome Back Desert Bluffs and voice of Terry. I know you're probably expecting Terry right now, but I'm sorry to say that isn't going to happen today. Those of you listening who are at all involved with the Blood Space Armed Forces Network will understand why, but for those of you who aren't involved, let me give you a rundown of what's been going on. On Sunday, September 6th at 8:42 in the morning, I received an email from Welcome to Night Vale. It was short, it was a bit curt. The contents were as follows. Hi, we noticed that you put your fanfiction podcast on iTunes and other major podcast apps. This is not okay with us. Please remove it from iTunes/Stitcher/etc. right away. Thanks. Welcome to Night Vale. Now, there is a section on the FAQ on Night Vale's website that I think is fairly relevant here. This direct quote is the only mention they have anywhere on their website about fan projects. Non-commercial fan projects are fine by us. Please keep it free and let us know how it goes. Before I began recording and releasing Welcome Back Desert Bluffs, I consulted their FAQ. Seeing those two sentences made me feel confident that what I was doing would be okay with Night Vale. I had never heard of Night Vale attempting to stifle any fan projects. In fact, due to the robust fandom Night Vale boasts, I thought they were the type to foster these sorts of endeavors. I'm gonna be honest here, the email I got from them scared me. I struggle with anxiety, and storytelling is my outlet. I had never felt confident enough in my stories to publish them online before, and now that I had and that it was going pretty okay, all of a sudden I got notice that what I was doing was, quote, not okay. I feel bullied. I feel betrayed. I feel like my stories are not welcome in the Night Vale fandom. I emailed them back later that day in order to ask if there was anything I could do to be able to leave my podcast where it was. I asked if the email meant that they were changing their position on non-commercial fan projects. I wanted to know what I had done wrong, and I wanted to fix it. I haven't heard back from them yet, but I've already made my decision. I'm ending Welcome Back Desert Bluffs. There are a lot of loose strings that I won't be able to tie up for all of you, and I'm very sorry about that. But I can't keep making this podcast within a universe owned and controlled by someone who doesn't want me here. I can't tell stories to silence, and removing my podcast from iTunes and Stitcher would make it a lot harder for me to have an audience. But my stories aren't going to end. I'm just leaving the Night Vale universe. I am going to move on, tell my own stories, and use the skills that I've developed making Welcome Back Desert Bluffs to make it even better. To quote Welcome to Night Vale, it was the first thing and it will be the last. I'll make sure to keep you all updated on where I end up, and I hope that you'll let me keep telling stories to you. I hope you'll remember that the reason I ended this podcast is not because I wanted to. I ended it because I was pushed out of the universe it resided in. I'm angry about it. I'm so angry. And I hope you are too. But I get it if you're not. In the long term, this is probably for the best anyway. Thanks for listening.